Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today's video is going to unlock the mystery of one of the most sought after coins in the collector's world, the legendary 1776 to 1976 quarter dollar. This coin might seem ordinary at first glance, but it's hiding secrets that could change your life if you have the right one. Stick with us till the very end, because we're diving into everything that makes this quarter not just rare, but incredibly valuable in today's collector market. I'll be revealing exactly what makes this coin unique, why collectors are paying thousands, and how you can check if the one you have is worth a small fortune. So don't blink or skip a second. This could be your golden ticket to discovering a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. History and background. Let's take a quick step back in time to understand the roots of this amazing coin. The 1776 to 1976 quarter was minted to commemorate the 200th anniversary of American independence, a celebration of 2 full centuries of freedom, history, and progress. This special edition coin was released as part of the United States Bicentennial celebration, and it wasn't just any ordinary coin. It marked a huge national moment, and millions of Americans were excited to hold a piece of that historic time in their hands. This coin carries deep patriotic significance. It was minted with a special reverse design showing a colonial drummer and a victory torch with 13 stars, symbolizing the original colonies. This was the first time in U.S. history that the quarter's reverse was changed for a commemorative reason, and that makes it a huge deal for collectors even today. Unique features of the coin. What truly makes the 1776 to 1976 quarter stand out is its one-of-a-kind design and composition. Unlike the usual quarters, this one features the dual date 1776 to 1976 right on the obverse side, alongside George Washington's profile, an iconic symbol of leadership and freedom. On the reverse side, you'll find that striking colonial drummer, designed by Jack L. Ahr, which is both symbolic and beautifully detailed. But here's where things get even more exciting. There are 2 major versions of this coin, the standard copper-nickel clad version, and a special 40% silver version that was only included in limited collector sets. And among these, some rare variants and minting errors have become extremely valuable over the years. Some may have off-center strikes, double dies, or even unique planchet errors that push their value into the stratosphere. Rarity and condition for collector demand. Now, here's the heart of the thrill. Rarity and condition are everything in the collector world. While millions of these quarters were produced, only a small fraction exist today in flawless, uncirculated condition. Most have been used in everyday transactions, scratched up, and worn down, but the ones that remain untouched, shining bright and sharp in detail, are the ones collectors are chasing like buried treasure. The demand for pristine coins is sky high right now. Collectors are specifically hunting for proof strikes, silver variants, and certified error coins with perfect or near-perfect grading from reputable agencies. These rare examples are being snapped up fast, and the prices people are paying are reaching record highs in the auction market. Current market value $. So, how much can this iconic quarter be worth in today's market? Here's where the excitement really peaks. While ordinary circulated bicentennial quarters go for face value or slightly more, rare specimens in perfect condition are setting the market on fire. Some rare error coins or high-grade silver versions have sold at auctions and private sales for mind-blowing figures. One such rare 1776 to 1976 quarter recently shocked collectors by reaching a staggering $70,000 in value. Yes, $70,000 for a single quarter. That's not a fantasy, that's the real deal for coins that meet the perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Tips for collectors. If you're a coin enthusiast or someone just starting out, this is a perfect time to start checking your change, old coin jars, or family collections. Always look closely at the date, examine the condition, and see if there are any unique features like minting errors or proof-like finishes. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on the letters or numbers, and be on the lookout for silver edges instead of the usual copper-colored one. Consider getting high-quality coins graded and authenticated by a professional grading service. This not only increases their value but also builds trust with future buyers or collectors, and here's the best part, you don't need to be a millionaire to get started in coin collecting. All it takes is curiosity, a good eye, and a little research, and you could be holding a hidden gem worth tens of thousands. And so there you have it, the incredible story of the 1776 to 1976 quarter dollar. A coin that carries the weight of American history, shines with unique design, and holds the potential for incredible value. Whether you're a lifelong collector or just someone who found an old coin in your drawer, this is one quarter you don't want to ignore. The market is hot, the demand is real, and the potential for finding a valuable coin is higher than ever. Remember, that one special quarter could be your key to discovering something truly amazing. So keep your eyes open, your coin cases ready, and your passion burning, because the world of rare coins is full of hidden treasures just waiting to be found. Top 2. Have you ever heard that a humble quarter from 1979 could potentially be a rare jewel worth big bucks today? It sounds like a dream, but stick with me, because this ordinary-looking piece might just transform into your next prized collector's item. I'm about to take you on a journey through history, design, rarity, and market excitement, all leading to how one of these quarters recently turned into a jaw-dropping headline in the auction world. Don't miss a second, because every detail we share could be the key to discovering your own rare find. History and background. Let's rewind to a decisive era in U.S. coinage, the late 1970s. By 1979, the Washington Quarter Series had firmly established itself as America's everyday 50-cent workhorse. But that year was also bustling with drama behind the scenes at the U.S. Mint. Three key mints were at work. Philadelphia struck over 518 million coins, no mint mark. Denver produced nearly 490 million, marked D, and San Francisco turned out about 3.6 million proof quarters, marked S. For collector sets, American Travels.us +4, Reddit +4, CoinValueLookup.com +4, Rarest.org +3, Finance Monthly +3, American Travels.us +3. No fancy commemorative themes or changing faces, just George Washington's classic portrait on the obverse and the familiar eagle on the reverse. Yet 1979 became so much more interesting than everyday pocket change once collectors began spotting subtle differences in proof coins, striking anomalies in mint marks, and eye-catching errors popping up on circulation pieces. So while 1979 seemed like just another year, it planted the seeds for a quietly explosive collector's market that's still growing strong today. Unique features of the coin. On first glance, it looks like just another quarter, but look closer. Let's start with the proof quarters from San Francisco. There are two distinct types, labeled Type 1 and Type 2, and they differ only in the clarity of the S mint mark. American Travels.us +3, History Tools +3, Finance Monthly +3. That might sound trivial, but Type 2 proofs, with the crisp, well-defined S, are rarer and more valuable. In top grades, Type 2 proofs can sell for hundreds of dollars, while Type 1s lag well behind. Wikipedia +15, History Tools +15, 33 RD Square +15. Then there's the rare silver transitional issue. A few quarters in 1979 were mistakenly struck on leftover silver planchets. A throwback to earlier coinage days and a thrilling find for any collector. The Sun +15, 33 RD Square +15, Tokac +15. Just picture a standard-sized silver quarter from 1979 showing up in your change. Serious goosebumps, and don't forget the error categories: double die obverse, off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, repunched and overpunched mint marks, and the notorious triple D mint mark variety U.S. Coins Guide. Wikipedia +2, History Tools +2, 33 RD Square +2. Each one is a unique snapshot of the minting process, and a potential goldmine if found in high condition. Rarity and condition for collector demandees. Hundreds of millions of these quarters were minted, but counts only tell part of the story. The secret lies in how well a coin has survived time. A crisp, flawless coin graded MS67 or higher, especially a Type 2 proof or silver transitional, is incredibly rare. Even among proofs, Type 2s numbered fewer than 1.3 million, compared to over 2.3 million of Type 1 Rarest.org plus 10 Reddit plus 10 VIP Art Fair Collectibles plus 10 Finance Monthly plus 3 History Tools plus 333 RD Square plus 3. That difference in population shows up in collector demand and price. Collectors crave visual appeal, flawless surfaces, and strong eye appeal. A single scratch or mark can drop a coin from premium to just nice. And when an unusual error like a perfect triple struck date, missing clad layer, or dramatic off-center strike shows up in mint state condition, it's the kind of find that electrifies the market. Wikipedia.in short, rarity plus condition equals serious collector value, and these 1979 quarters are suddenly flying off shelves and into eager collections worldwide. Current market value in dollars. What's this all adding up to in real money terms? Let's break it down. Ordinary circulated 1979 quarters are still worth face value or maybe a bit more, up to about $1 for sharp Denver or Philadelphia examples in low mint state. But once you enter the MS66, MS68 range, prices leap dramatically. A Philadelphia MS67 could bring in $120 to $144. And MS68 coins have even fetched $1,440 at auction. Rarest.org plus 15 American Travels.us plus 1533 RD Square plus 15. Denver MS67 quarters trade around $275 to $330, with MS66 selling for $18 to $21. Proof Type 2 coins in top grades, PR69 to PR70, reached $30 to $60, and at PR70, Type 2 proofs have sold for as high as $495. Now, error coins are where the auction excitement really lives. Broad strikes and double rims can command $20 to $90, Triple D mint marks about $175, Fill D around $150, and dramatic D over D mint mark variations near $180. Wikipedia plus 9 coinvaluelookup.com plus 9 Ned Ludd coins plus 9. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and triple struck examples regularly fetch $200, $400 plus. Wikipedia plus 15 UDAS, coins guide plus 1533 RD Square plus 15. One spectacular triple struck coin recently sold for $747.50. Reddit plus 6 Tocock plus 6 coinvaluechecker.com plus 6. And for the holy grail pieces, the flawless MS68 Philadelphia and Type 2 proof coins, serious collectors have recently paid up to $54,000 for a single quarter. That's right, $54,000 for one coin that looks like it came straight from the mint. That's unprecedented demand at its finest. Tips for COLLECTORS: if you're holding quarters from 1979, here's what to look out for. First, inspect every coin closely, especially those without heavy wear. A 10 times loop will help reveal doubling, mint mark varieties, or glaring errors that a naked eye might miss. Silver translucency on the edge can hint at a rare silver planchet strike, and off-center strikes or misaligned rim measurements stand out once you know where to look. Second, always consider grading by a trusted third party like PCGS or NGC. A certification of MS67 or higher, or an authenticated proof Type 2 or error coin, can unlock exponentially higher values, especially when selling. These coins are in high demand and move fast. Third, educate yourself about version differences, Type 1 versus Type 2 proof, P versus D mint marks, noticeable off-center thresholds, and the list of identified error types. This background knowledge helps you spot value quickly, before someone else does. Fourth, keep your coins safe. Store them in protective holders, avoid touching the surfaces, and keep them away from environmental contaminants. Condition is king in this market. Tiny blemishes can make or break a dramatic price swing. Fifth, build your network, connect with reputable dealers, attend coin conventions, and watch auction comparisons. Staying informed about recent sale prices and available inventory ensures you'll capitalize on emerging trends before they hit mainstream awareness. So there you have it. The unassuming 1979 Washington quarter has transformed into a treasure trove in today's auction world. From standard circulation pieces to Type 2 proofs, fancy error coins, and possibly even a silver planchet superstar, collector demand is hotter than ever. When rarity, condition, and history converge, even a quarter can make history. If you've got one in near-perfect shape, especially a Type 2 proof or a dramatic mint error, you might just be holding the next $54,000 quarter. Keep your eyes peeled, keep your coins protected, and dive deep into this vibrant collector world that's alive and thriving. Top 3. I'm going to tell you all about the rare 1983 quarter that's making headlines at auctions, why it's so special, and how it could be hiding right under your nose. Make sure you watch until the very end, because you do not want to miss the exact features that can turn this ordinary-looking coin into a dream find for collectors. History and background. Let's jump back to the year 1983. It was a time when the US Mint was producing hundreds of millions of coins. That year, no official mint sets were released to the public, which means very few high-quality 1983 coins were saved in uncirculated condition. Most of them went straight into circulation and got worn out over time. That single fact already makes 1983 coins, especially quarters, in high demand today. If you find one that is still in sharp, crisp condition, you're already looking at something valuable. The 1983 quarter was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While most people were using these coins for everyday spending, collectors decades later realized that some of these coins were far from ordinary. Certain errors, planchet varieties, and top-tier conditions made these coins rise in popularity and value. Unique features of the coin. So what makes the 1983 quarter stand out? First, we have the famous spitting eagle variety. This is a rare die crack on the reverse of the coin, where it looks like the eagle is spitting from its beak. It's one of the most talked about varieties among collectors today. Then there are off-center strikes, broad strikes, coins struck on the wrong planchet, and even some struck on nickel or foreign coin blanks. One ultra-rare 1983 quarter was struck on an amusement token, making it a one-of-a-kind error that shocked collectors at auction. Proof coins made in San Francisco also attract attention, especially those with deep cameo contrast and flawless surfaces. But even more exciting are the regular business strike quarters from Philadelphia or Denver. If they are in extremely good condition, they can bring huge value. Rarity and condition for collector demand. The big reason why these coins are in such high demand is condition. Because no mint sets were issued in 1983, it's extremely rare to find a quarter from that year in mint state. Most were used in circulation and show heavy wear. So when collectors do find a coin graded MS66 or higher, it becomes a star in the market. Also, any 1983 quarter with an error, variety, or unique minting mistake instantly catches the eye of serious buyers. These coins are seen as once-in-a-lifetime finds, and collectors are willing to pay premium prices to add them to their collections. Current market value in dollars. Now let's talk numbers. A circulated 1983 quarter is worth its face value, 25 cents. But if you have one in mint condition, the story changes fast. A regular 1983 quarter graded MS65 can sell for around $100. An MS66 can bring in $500 or more. And an ultra-high grade MS67 can be worth well over $2,000. Rare varieties like the spitting eagle, in mint state, can go for several $100s. Off-center or error coins can reach up to $1,000 depending on how dramatic and rare the mistake is. But here's the real headline: a perfect 1983 quarter with a rare error and flawless condition was sold for a mind-blowing $45,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right, $45,000 for a quarter. Tips for collectors. So, how can you find one of these gems? Start by checking any 1983 quarters you have in old jars, coin rolls, or collections. Look for clean surfaces, sharp details, and check for errors like off-center strikes or odd marks near the eagle's beak. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin closely. If it looks unique, don't clean it. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Getting it certified can increase its value dramatically. Also, store your coins safely. Use protective holders and keep them in a cool, dry place to prevent damage. Remember, even the smallest scratch can reduce a coin's value. CONCLUSO. The 1983 quarter is one of the most surprising stars in the coin world right now. From being a common coin in your pocket to turning into a collector's dream worth thousands, or even $45,000, it proves that real treasure can come in the smallest form. If you've got some old change lying around, now is the perfect time to take a closer look. Who knows? That one 1983 quarter sitting forgotten in a drawer might just change your life. Top 4. We're diving deep into a coin that might just be sitting unnoticed in your pocket or old coin jar, the rare and highly collectible 1966 quarter dollar. You don't want to miss a second of this, because what I'm about to tell you could change how you see every quarter from this year. This isn't just another old coin, it's a piece of American history, loaded with hidden value, unique errors, and collector demand that's skyrocketing like never before. We'll uncover what makes this coin so rare, what to look for, and how one of these coins recently sold for a jaw-dropping amount that will blow your mind. So buckle in and stay with me till the end, because one small detail could mean the difference between 25 cents and a small fortune. History and background. Let's take a step back in time to the year 1966. The U.S. Mint was in the middle of a transition period. Just a year earlier, in 1965, the government stopped using silver in quarters due to rising silver prices. So, the 1966 quarter was part of the new copper-nickel-clad coinage, a major shift in American coinage history. This change didn't just affect the metal content, it also affected the minting process. The mint was under pressure to produce coins quickly to address a national coin shortage. And during this time, no mint marks were used on coins. That's right, every 1966 quarter looks the same at first glance, whether it came from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. This makes identifying rare varieties and mint errors from that year even more thrilling and challenging. Another important fact: there were no uncirculated mint sets released for public sale in 1966. Instead, the U.S. Mint issued special mint sets, or SMS, which were only available through mail order. These coins were specially struck with higher quality than regular circulation coins, but they're still different from proof coins. All of this adds a layer of rarity and intrigue to 1966 quarters, especially those in perfect condition or with rare features, unique features of the coin. Now let's talk about what makes certain 1966 quarters so special. On the surface, it's just your standard Washington quarter, with George Washington's profile on the obverse and the American eagle on the reverse. But the real magic is in the details, especially when you start spotting rare errors, varieties, and ultra-high-grade coins. One of the most desirable features is finding a 1966 quarter with an off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned with the die during the strike, leading to a portion of the design being missing. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. There are also double die obverse errors, where parts of the lettering or image appear doubled. These are rare and highly collectible. Add to that coins struck on wrong planchets, for example, a 1966 quarter struck on a nickel or even a foreign coin blank, and you've got a true treasure. Collectors also prize 1966 quarters from the special mint set, SMS, if they are in flawless condition. The highest grade SMS quarters show deep, mirror-like fields and frosted designs, making them shine like proof coins. These are graded by services like PCGS and NGC, and those with grades above MS 67 or SP 68 are incredibly rare. Rarity and condition for collector demand. Here's where things get really exciting. Because 1966 quarters were heavily circulated, most of the ones you'll find today are scratched, worn, or damaged. Finding one in pristine, mint state condition is a serious challenge. That's why collectors are on the hunt for high-grade examples. The rarity increases tenfold when the coin has one of the unique errors we just mentioned, like off-center strikes, doubling, or planchet issues. These coins are extremely scarce, and the number of verified examples is very low. That's what drives prices through the roof and makes collectors scramble to get their hands on one. The same goes for SMS coins. While millions were made, only a tiny fraction are graded in the highest possible condition. Those top-tier coins are where the real value lives. And when you combine high grade plus rare error in a single coin, that's when collectors and dealers start offering serious money. Current market value in $. Alright, let's get to the money talk, because this is where the excitement truly explodes. A typical worn 1966 quarter is still worth 25 cents in your change. But don't let that fool you. In the collector world, the right 1966 quarter can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition and uniqueness. A mint state regular strike 1966 quarter can sell for $100 to $300, and coins graded MS 67 or higher often bring in $1,000 or more. SMS quarters graded SP 67 to SP 68 are valued in the same range, and some have even sold for over $2,000 at auction. Now here's the part that will leave you stunned. A 1966 quarter with a rare error, struck in flawless condition, was recently sold at a top auction for a life-changing price of $58,000. Yes, a single 25-cent coin brought in $58,000. That's the power of rarity, condition, and collector demand working together. Tips for collectors. So how can you find your own treasure among 1966 quarters? First, start checking your pocket change, coin jars, or old family collections. You'd be surprised how many people have rare coins sitting around without realizing their value. Use a good magnifier to inspect every 1966 quarter you come across. Look for any doubling, off-center designs, missing parts, or unusual weight and color. If you find one that looks clean, sharp, and detailed, handle it carefully and don't clean it. This can ruin its value instantly. Store your coins in a cool, dry place using plastic holders or coin flips made for collectors. If you think you found something truly special, get it graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. This adds major value and proves to buyers that your coin is the real deal. Also, stay connected to the coin collecting world. Watch auction sites, read forums, follow collector groups online, and always be learning. The more you know, the better your chances of spotting something extraordinary. So there you have it, the 1966 quarter, a coin that seems ordinary but holds the potential for something truly extraordinary. With no mint marks, a unique production year, rare error types, and a rising demand in the collector market, this is one coin that's becoming hotter by the day. And remember, one of these coins recently made history by selling for $58,000. That's the kind of story that inspires collectors around the world to check their change again and again, because you never know what hidden gem you might discover. Top 5, and last unique coin. I'm bringing you an exciting story about a coin that many might overlook but should never ignore, the 1973 quarter dollar. This coin might look like an ordinary piece of change, but believe me, it holds incredible value in the collector's market right now. I'm going to reveal the unique features, history, and rarity that make this coin a hot item for anyone serious about collecting rare coins. Trust me, you don't want to miss a single point in this video because it could change how you look at your coin jar forever. So, stay tuned because by the end, you'll understand why a 1973 quarter recently sold for an astonishing $53,000, history and background. Let's take a step back and set the stage with some history. The year 1973 was part of an era when the United States Mint was producing quarters that carried on the proud tradition of featuring George Washington on the obverse and the iconic eagle on the reverse. This was a time of steady production, with millions of quarters entering circulation each year. At first glance, the 1973 quarter may seem like just another common coin, but beneath the surface, it has stories to tell. Unlike some earlier quarters, the 1973 quarter did not contain any silver. The U.S. Mint had switched fully to copper-nickel-clad coins by this time, which made the coins more affordable to produce and durable for circulation. Despite this, certain varieties and errors from 1973 have turned these coins into sought-after collector items. One important aspect to note about 1973 quarters is that they were minted in multiple locations including Philadelphia and Denver. The coins did not carry a mint mark in Philadelphia at that time, but Denver coins were marked with a small d. This minting detail helps collectors identify the origin of the coin, which can be very important when determining rarity and value. The early 1970s also marked a time when the U.S. Mint was experimenting with new designs and minting technologies, which sometimes led to rare varieties and mint errors. These are the varieties collectors are after because they offer a glimpse into a unique chapter of coin production history. The 1973 quarter, in particular, has some rare and valuable features that collectors love to chase down. Unique features of the so-and-so. What exactly sets the 1973 quarter apart and makes it so valuable? The key lies in the unique minting errors and varieties that exist for this year. One of the most famous is the double die obverse variety, where parts of George Washington's profile, lettering, or numbers appear doubled due to a misalignment during the die preparation process. This subtle doubling is very difficult to spot with the naked eye, but once identified, it immediately raises the coin's value dramatically. Another standout feature collectors look for is the off-center strike. This error happens when the coin blank is not properly aligned with the dies, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted. Off-center strikes can range from minor to severe, and the more dramatic the off-center, the more valuable the coin can be. A 1973 quarter with a large off-center strike in perfect condition can be a true prize. There are also varieties related to the clad composition. Some 1973 quarters were struck on incorrect planchets, such as those meant for other denominations, or in extremely rare cases, on foreign planchets. These types of errors are fascinating to collectors and add a layer of rarity that enhances their desirability. In addition to these errors, collectors seek out high-grade uncirculated coins from 1973. Because most quarters from that year have circulated extensively, finding one with sharp details, no wear, and excellent luster is a challenge. Mint state coins graded MS 65 and above are especially prized. Rarity and condition for collector demand. When it comes to rarity, the 1973 quarter is highly sought after in the collector community. While millions of these coins were minted, the survival rate of top-quality examples and those with significant errors is low. Many coins were used daily, leading to wear, scratches, and loss of detail. Collectors know that condition is everything, and this is especially true for 1973 quarters. The market favors coins in pristine, uncirculated condition with no visible signs of wear. This scarcity drives prices up because so few coins maintain their original mint state after decades of circulation. Errors such as double dies and off-center strikes are also quite rare for this year. Since they are often overlooked or discarded by casual coin holders, any example found in good condition is immediately snatched up by collectors and dealers. This strong demand and low supply combine to make these 1973 quarters a very hot commodity. Current market value in $. Now let's get to the exciting part. How much are these coins worth today? If you find a common 1973 quarter that has been circulated, it will still be worth its face value of 25 cents. But the story changes dramatically when you find coins in excellent condition or with notable errors. A high-grade 1973 quarter in mint state can fetch anywhere from $200 to $500 depending on the grading level and eye appeal. If the coin carries a clear double die obverse error, prices can rise to several $1,000s. Off-center strikes and other rare minting errors on a 1973 quarter can command prices ranging from $1,000 to $10,000, depending on severity and condition. But the most thrilling news is that one spectacular 1973 quarter with a rare combination of features and flawless condition recently sold for an unbelievable $53,000 at auction. This astonishing figure shows just how powerful the collector market can be when rarity, condition, and uniqueness all come together. Tips for collectors. If you want to get in on this exciting market, here are some essential tips. Start by checking any collections, old coin jars, or loose change for 1973 quarters. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling, off-center strikes, or other irregularities on the coin's surface. Avoid cleaning your coins because that can severely reduce their value. Instead, handle them carefully and store them in protective holders or coin capsules to preserve their condition. Consider submitting any potential rarities to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Certification not only authenticates your coin but also dramatically increases its market value and appeal to buyers. Stay up to date with auction results, coin forums, and collector communities to learn more about the latest market trends. The more you know, the better your chances of spotting a hidden gem. So there you have it, the 1973 quarter dollar, a coin that might seem ordinary but hides incredible value and excitement. With its rich history, Rare errors like the double die obverse and off-center strikes, and high demand from collectors for pristine condition examples. This coin is hotter than ever in the market, and remember, one of these rare coins recently made headlines by selling for a staggering $53,000. That's right, a single quarter that many would toss aside can be worth a small fortune. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1973 quarter, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video about rare coins and amazing collectibles. Happy hunting, and may your next find be a true treasure.